I saw where you were saying that basically when it comes to like I guess the quote unquote romantic relationship, the man is expected to be the secret service,
Mm,
the treasury, and the
mm.
holder of the intellect and ideas to a woman that doesn't even want to be a helpmate. So, technically, what is a helpmate, and how does the secret service, treasury, intellect man find that particular helpmate that would be perfect for his life?
Oh man, that's a good one
When it
right
comes to
there.
high level
Sheesh.
conversation, she just opened up the real high level conversation.
Now it's a tough question to ask. 'Cause first, the elephant in the room is that most women idolize 2% of men. Those are the men who make $100,000 to $200,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the reality of it is that you got to get to a point in society where a woman can love the average man, right? Because the rest of everybody else, that's the 98 to 99 percentile. So
Right.
when we have a society based on idolizing the 2%, we become disillusioned about what we want and what we can get.
About the majority.
Yeah. So first of all, you have to think about, and I just had an interview with this good sister named Tiffany J, and she's a millionaire, and we was having a conversation with her, and she was explaining how, you know, even with her being a millionaire, even if her man didn't have much, she would help him, right?
Yeah.
Now I know most women, they think I'm not helping no niggas no more, right? They tired of the potential.
But I don't understand that. Like,
Which
why
is-
would
it's
you not
crazy.
help if it's somebody that you love and that isn't a bum and has the potential to be greater, and you guys are supposed to be building together?
Is it the
See?
independent woman, boss
Yeah,
woman
independent
type
woman
of thing
don't
that goes on in the culture? That's probably part
But
of it.
that's the whole idea of the dependent man and the independent woman are repelling each other. They go in opposite directions. The dependent man can be depended upon, and the independent woman depends on no one, right? So they have no need for each other, right?
Damn.
And so that's when we talk about functioning roles again. When a man is in his proper role and a woman is in her role, what does a woman have that a man don't have? She has a womb, right? When a woman is given that sperm to that egg, right, it produces something. I think nature provides gender roles, not man. We can just study the differences between us, right? So a woman, when that baby comes out, she nurtures that baby, right, with that milk, right? She is the one that holds that baby. She has a connection, right, with human beings that man could never get. We will never go to the point of brink of death to produce life, right,
Right.
into reality. So that's a connection from a physiological level that we just will never experience,
Or
right?
understand, possibly.
Ever. We can empathize, but we can't never experience, which is a completely different level of wisdom on that. So a woman is always going to have these nurturing qualities biologically that she's set up for, right? So with that, and you take that, what does that exist and look like in a household, right? For a man, for the most part, especially a man that has something that's on the move, he wants support, right? When he gets home, can she make peace, right?
Facts.
I was taught that, a woman provides gentle challenge, right? Because she don't want a man that she's coddling and he's not doing nothing, but she also has to understand the finesse of challenging a man, right, without putting him down.
Right.
Because a woman's most powerful, element is her words,
Facts.
right? Domestic violence on women's side happen with her words.
Facts.
What men, for the
Facts.
most part, is physical.
Facts.
But they actually say with words, it can damage a person long term.
Way worse. Way worse.
Because you can heal in the
Yeah.
physical, but in that mental, when she tell you you ain't shit, it cut deep.
Facts.
Right?
And you
And
already
she
feel
thinks of
like
ways
that.
to cut deeper and deeper.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it's like being a helpmate, but you can't help a man that don't have a vision, right?
For sure. For sure.
If he don't have a vision and he don't submit to nothing, then you can't submit to him or you can't help him with nothing.
Facts.
So a man without a vision don't need a woman. First he needs a vision. Then he got to figure out what he submits to. So when he speaks to his woman, he can ask if she submits to that same thing. And she's going to submit to that through him. And so she can keep him on track like, bruh, you said that so-and-so, but you're not even doing this.
Right.
Now she can
right.
check you. Right?
Right.
Because the only way she can submit to you is if you actually align with who you say you are.
What if she never do submit to you though?
Then you got to find you a new one to submit.
Big facts.
You understand me? I think you shouldn't force to try to make things work that's unaligned. The moment you find unalignment, for me, unalignment is like, all right, we going on the same path. Then you get to a point you start talking about religion, faith, beliefs, vision, how you should move around other genders, how you should go into different spaces and places. And then it's going to get to a point where either we find agreement and cooperation in this whole thing, or it's going to get to a point where I don't agree with that. Now y'all going in different directions. So you have to, like, anytime we sign a contract, it's terms of agreement. So a relationship is a business. Business is activity of life. So as long as we moving in the same activities of life, we conducting the same business. But the moment that my business partner don't agree with my activities, now we got a disagreement, right? So now we got to create new terms. Sometimes our current terms can be, we got to null and void this contract, right? Because we no longer working together. So a working relationship, right? A woman is in her proper function, and like a man is doing the details of what he supposed to be doing. But understanding if y'all believe in the same God, submit to the same God, understand the vision, that same function, have the same mission, values, and purpose, those are conversations that's normally not had, because the person will look at what you have and ignore all of the things that you not.
Right. Gosh.
High level conversation.
Yeah.
Nah, that's real.
Hey, man.
Sure.
Big facts times high levels, man.
You know
What kind of shit you go through just being you, like from the public?
Man, I think, anywhere I go now, it's at this point where, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, so I'm used to being known, but now it's just at this level, and it's a good thing because, every time I see people, sometimes they have questions all the time. Like, I'd be in the airport or in the restroom, people want to ask me some high-level questions, and that ain't the time. Like, it's just not the time, you feel me? But, I'm always respectful for the love and the energy that I get, but I find myself in this position where there's certain things that I don't like to see in the culture, and I end up being that one that speak on it, right? So sometimes I have to make these secret enemies because they mad at something I said, but it was truthful, right? So for me, as long as it's truth, I don't mind losing a friend over it, right? I don't mind creating a secret enemy. You understand me? And so I think what I deal with behind the scenes is secret enemies that'll never let me know. You understand me? And then, but with the public, the love and the energy that I get is unparalleled.
Right.
You understand me? People act like they seen Michael Jackson come back sometime, and, and I appreciate that because I know that the only reason is because you tuned into some knowledge.
Yeah.
So I tell people, like, it's not me. You tuning into yourself, and you using me as a conduit for that frequency, right? So I'm just happy to be that element. But, I don't be dealing with too much sucker shit, though, to be honest. I keep to my own. You understand me? Like I said, I got a big family. I got solid partners that I've been knowing for a long time, so I like to stay in my environment.
So I know that one of your other many attributes is that you're also a fashion designer.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, did you have any interest in fashion before you worked for Prada, or did your tenure there kind of provide the motivation for your clothing and your headwear line?
Now, honestly, it was my older brother. My older brother, real street dude, Muslim at the same time. But he is an artist, so he got us into art when we was young.
Okay.
Great artist. And I remember when I seen him design his first shirt and clothing, that inspired me.
Okay.
You understand me? At an early age. So I remember when we used to wear certain things, cats in the neighborhoods asked us, to make something for their hood, right? Or make some sort of design that they wanted customized. This was years and years ago. And for me, I'm just one of those person, the moment that I feel like somebody go pay for something, it's valuable, right? So you got a skill set that you can go produce at home, something you can do, and the rest of the world see value. If one person find the value, 10 people will. 10 people, 100 people, 1,000. So also there was just this time and point where I was working with them just doing their marketing. I wasn't designing. I was happy to just help, right? The design came about because I wanted them to design certain things, and he didn't want to design it, right? So I just designed it myself. That's just the type of person that I am.
Yeah.
Then I realized, like, I actually good at this, right? You feel me? And then when my older brother and his baby moms, they kind of stopped doing it because of their relationship, I picked it up myself, right? He was locked up at the time, and I'm designing things, and people's paying me to customize stuff. Like, I'm literally in the house painting, hustling, trying to get money on the side of my job, but this actually felt good because people liked it.
Right.
So, that turned into me, like, having these shirts that said Assalamu Alaikum. And that to me was like a protest shirt. It was at the height of like 9/11 when everybody against the Muslims, right? So I went outside with my Assalamu Alaikum shirt on, right? That's like me talking shit to the world. Like, what? But when I wear it, it was love, though.
Right.
Like people honking their horns. Wa alaikum salam. White people walking up to me, telling me their stories and stuff that I want to hear. And but that just let me know, like, that was another level of value that I had. So I started reproducing those in mass. I remember my bro, Mr. Fab, out in Oakland.
Shout out to Fab.
Yeah, shout out to my bro, man.
Brother,
I fuck with Fab.
Yeah, he had his shop, and he asked to put something in his shop, and it was this one ock. I think it was at the Philando Castile. I think that's his name. He got shot 12 times.
Yeah.
And he put out a music video called 12 Shots, but he was wearing the Assalamu Alaikum gear. I called it Musa Hill at the time. And one of the ox out from Kansas City